sitting here at the park in front of, well, I don't know if it's in front of, but it's next to one of the most amazing trees on the planet. You guys see it? Okay. And this is part of it over here. Yeah, fun stuff, huh? Anyways, just chilling here, and I thought we'd talk about magic and psychology, and the word dis-ease. Yes, that's how you say it properly. A dis-ease, not sitting in fine tune with the proper harmonics. Syndromes, viruses, and there's so many different words to describe sickness. There's on a physical level there's only one sickness, but the rest of it is caused by mental sickness. So let me explain. First of all, your body, the only way your body can become diseased is that if you obstruct vital fluids and information going through your body. Your body is a bunch of tubes, and if you obstruct the flow of energy anywhere, you'll have a backup. You'll have a cancer. You'll have something that doesn't allow for fluid motion of the body, which would be what would be called the disease, a dis-ease. You have not ease. You have stress, anxiety, depression, all these things. Those will mentally inhibit your body. Now, the idea of asymptomatic Munchausens by proxy. What are all these big words you're using here? Asymptomatic means you're not sick, but I'm going to tell you you're going to be sick, which is Munchausen's by proxy. Means I'm going to tell you you're sick when you're not. And if I tell you you're sick enough, you definitely will become sick. I will psychologically persuade you that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're weak, you're feeble, you're stupid. I could do that. But why choose to do that? Well, that's what doctors do, because they want you to come back to them, to pay them a visit. I say rather than paying a doctor a visit, invest in health. I'm a beacon of health. Invest in this fucking guy. You get a good ROI on it. Mentally is what I'm getting at. Is the whole world is under a psychological operation. It's a whole set of parameters that are instructed to you to say everything besides something strength. You get no strong words. You get no strength. Oh, you can't use that kind of language. It's evil, and they give you all of these things that you can't say. If you say anything, I love you with kindness, people like, what was this? Because they're not used to hearing that. What they're used to hearing is destroy, decay, disease, chaos, terror. Rah. It's what you're told on a daily basis. That you're just not good enough. Now, if you're told that enough, you have basically the 99% of people will succumb to such deliberate psychological terrorizing. And then some people will go the opposite direction and say, I will not have this. I know better. I know my worth. I know my value. I don't accept the shit you're selling me. Take that over there. You have to understand that the whole idea of being sick is an imbalance, to be diseased, to have... We're not going to get into the V word again, because that always causes a problem. You can't talk about virologies. We could be talking about your immunogoblins, immune system. We could talk about how to assist assist ridding your body of toxic ideas, of toxic filth, and harbor no ill will towards yourself. How to do that? Well, first you have to get rid of most of what you think you know. And if you think you know that the food you're eating is good, if you have to question whether or not what you're consuming is good, it's probably not any good. I don't question this. I know this is good for me. You might disagree, but I know. I know this big little thing IPA, fucking glorious, and it's 9% alcohol. So I'm gonna have a nice little afternoon buzz tied on here. Now you're gonna say it's an aluminum. Yeah, I get it. I know the aluminum can isn't the best thing. Probably eating something off of there and getting into the beer. I get it. But luckily, I'm very aware of how to eliminate heavy metals from my body. Chelation and eating greenery and practicing abstaining from consumption. What's up, Angel? What's up? Who is in here? Adoration 387. What's up, yo? Ooh, you want me to do the menstruation talk right now? The simple answer is probably. So I'm gonna give myself a little wiggle room here on that. But I've made videos on this many times. Maybe you can find them on this. I think it's on this channel. Am I on Zen Alchemist or Zen Atman right now? I don't know which channel I'm on. But some of my early videos, I got into salt. It's called the Salt Moon Menstruation Matrix, and it uses the idea of the moon as a succubus and pulling blood or pulling waters or pulling metals. This is why a woman's period is lined up with the full moon. The same reason, if you were to eat if you were to get a bunch of worms in your system, they come out and lay eggs at a full moon. That's how you get rid of them. If you got some parasites in your body. So women have I'm giving you just a larger overview of the idea of toxic blood. A woman that's very toxic will probably have a very long period. Now here's how this is known, and videos I made on it. It's verified by women, even though I'm not a woman, so I know nothing of the woman's body, except for I think I do. I think I know what it smells like. I think I know what it's supposed to taste like. So a very diseased woman will have a long period, cramps, bleeding. Getting rid of that blood is toxic blood. Now, I know this to be a fact because I've had friends that I know personally and people online that have said after they fasted on water or did a juice fast and they've eliminated a bunch of toxic material out of their butthole and sweated it out and cleaned themselves, that their periods were less. They went from like 7 day periods to 2 or 3 day periods. I don't know people that got down to a day. I don't think women are necessarily supposed to ever have a period. Think about it this way: at the age of maturation, of puberty, we get pimples. Men, women, boys, girls get pimples, and women start to bleed because I think it's an burden of toxicity. It's when we stop growing like taller, and all of a sudden we start expanding outwardly, and we're putting like our secondary sexual characteristics, and there's pimples popping and blood coming out the vaginas. I think it is why would a woman ever need to get rid of the eggs in her system, unless of course it was diseased and it must be eliminated to put a fresh one in there, right? Just following a course of logic. How many do all animals have periods? I mean, I'd assume dogs do, right? But only domesticated ones. Are they having? Do you see blood stains all over the outback, over the wild? Undomesticated animals? I don't know. It's not a really good way to verify it. But I know dogs do. Why? Because we've put them onto a diet that restricts them. We put them into a house. We've domesticated them, and we've given them foods. Start stabbing them with needles, and saying they got rabies and all this shit. And we diseased the dog. The dog was not diseased before humans came and took the thing and put it into a cage and domesticated the shit out of it, just like humans. We were a lot healthier when we, having a house, having a home, having a residence, having a domicile, perfect, handy. You gotta have a place, you gotta have your things and stuff, and yeah, of course. A place of comfort, a hearth, a kitchen, place to put your belongings, place to take a shit, place to fuck. I mean, you should probably about fuck anywhere, but the idea of taking all of this radiance here, this splendor, all of these trees, all of this out here, and then just boxing it up and keep putting ourselves in a smaller and smaller clamshell, and then we do that to other animals, like a zoo. A zoo makes me very upset. Do I appreciate that some of the animals there are being rehabilitated? Yes. In that case, of course. You got an animal that was, in the wild, whatever, hurt themselves, have some sort of weird, wacky shit that happens, and we can help them? Yes. But to keep them caged, are you insane? What kind of, we look at these people like, oh, you work at a zoo, how cool is that? Like, I don't think you're a good person, honestly. If you work at a zoo, I don't think you're a good person. I think you'd be the kind of person to want to lock everything into little boxes and put it away over here, and like hide away the fucking, like, here, let's take all of this and just confine it to a tiny, like a giraffe. A giraffe at a zoo. Do you know how big a giraffe is? Do you know how big an elephant is? To see an elephant at a zoo? Do you know how much space? If you need this much space as a human, a baby needs this much space, a larger human needs this much space, depending on your size is how can you stretch out to put an elephant in a cage? You're not a good person. It's just, I have a couple fucking black and whites here, I'll just put this right here. I mean, have I had a dog? Yes. Should people have dogs? Perhaps, yeah. I think they can be great companions. That's how you should treat them. They should, that's my friend. I'm helping that thing. It helps me. But yeah, I don't know how we went from bleeding. Oh, yeah, bleeding of dogs having periods to zoos. What's up, Ninja? It's thundering. We had a little. Oh, dude, I'm sweating profusely. I'm underneath this tree, and I'm still. It's beyond perspiration. It's a full-on sweat. Adoration. You can't find the salt moon menstruate. Look, hey, if you go to my if you on this channel, I'm pretty sure I'm on the Zen Atman channel. Yep, that's me. Yes. Go to my playlists. It should be somewhere in there. Does anybody know where to find it? It should be one of the playlists. I'm pretty sure it's in like one of the like the human body organized series. I don't remember how I set that one up. If you want to find it, you can't. Let me search for it after the video. Hit me up on, if you can't find it, hit me up on theoluminous@gmail and remind me to do that. And be persistent, because I have lots of different emails, and sometimes I overlook such things. So who is this? Erica? Hey, what up, Erica? Erica. So the 5 planetary alignments this month. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, astrology, obviously you've probably seen some of my other videos. I teach that, but I think maybe we should be a little less concerned with what the planets are doing and what we're doing. I get it that the stars we've taken from out there, and we've taken that energy and put it onto the earth, we've bilocated outer space and put it down here. I get that, and it has a lot of um, how would you say, like a fundamental energy to things. But I think on an individual level, people should be more like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Are you eating well? Are you you know, how is things going for you? You know, not how are the planets telling you things should be. See, planets are they're larger bodies of, hey, look, here's some energy you can work with, or hey, look, don't fuck with that energy. You know, if you're working with Saturn energy versus Venusian sex magic, you kind of just you get that they're staples. They're staples of larger scale energies. But I think that, you know, they say whatever's. Oh shit, motherfucker! What you want? What you want, B? B, you want a box? I don't know if that was a bee or a or a wasp. I wasn't about to get bit by it though. Why he said get bit by a bee, even it's gonna sting you. Anyways, yeah, we should be maybe a little more aware of what we're doing individually. Because if I look out here right now, what do I see? I don't see any planets. I don't see any moving bodies of stars and energies. I see a tree right here. I should be more concerned. I should be more concerned with uh, you know, the plant life, with the beer that I'm drinking, with the relationships I'm building. That's what I should be concerned with. Not, well, Mercury is in Gatorade. Okay, cool. So you're gonna let that? See, I've talked to too many people that are really into astrology, that they defined their entirety, their characteristics and their being themselves based on what the stars are telling them, which is equivalent to saying, I'm going to let Hollywood and their stars from Hollywood tell you what you are. Fuck them, fuck the stars, fuck that whole bullshit. Yes, is there guidance and ideas? Sure, but they're planned nets, yeah. For what? Why not just walk your own path, be your own damn thing? What is the best thing you can do right now in this general in your space? It has no bearing. Okay, is it good idea? Is it a good idea to go into doing business during Mercury retrograde and start a new? You know, no, it's not. But should that dictate your entire, you know, reality? Like, okay, what do you, the entire time that Mercury's in retrograde, so it's going to happen how many times? Twice or three times in a year? Who knows? For weeks at a time? You're just going to not have any business transactions whatsoever, which means you can't go get a coffee. That's a business transaction. You can't. You just avoid. What up, Danny? What up, Batman? What's up? What's up, B Johnson? Am I worried about food shortages? Okay, I'll give you two answers to that. For me, no. Obviously, because I fast, because I can find water, I can drink my piss. I know where food is at on trees. You know, I'm not personally. It's as I have no. I fear not. We live in a world of abundance. However, because I know that all of these other people around are going to go into believing they're in starvation, and they're gonna act a fool and be wild. They'll cause them lots of chaos. So in that sense, yeah, you're gonna be surrounded by people who are just going fucking apeshit, chaotic. And here's what I would suggest in these kind of environments. You ever watch these videos where there's like a fight breaks out like in a Burger King or a Wendy's, and then someone's just sitting there in the middle just continually eating their Whopper or whatever, and no one touches them because they don't participate in the crazy insanity and conflict over who got too much fucking mayonnaise on their chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're fighting in a fast food restaurant. I mean, there'll be a lot of benefits to it. If we got food shortages, is that gonna affect every single uh, fast food place? I mean, or just our grocery stores? It's not affecting these trees. These trees are still gonna grow fruit. So where's the food shortage? It's to everybody that thinks they need more than they do. Like, I mean, let's be real here. Let's just be honest. Would you like to try this? You like to try honesty? Honesty is a good policy, I think. How much food do you really fucking need? How much food do you waste? How much food goes in the garbage can? How much do you buy? Goes in the fridge and you forget about it, and all of a sudden you got to throw out like strawberries or whatever. Wasteful. So you didn't really need that, right? And how much food do you leave on your plate? You know what I'm saying? Like, and how much do you overeat? How much of a stinking fat pile of shit are you? You know, I'm not saying don't overconsume. I'm not saying, I've already said consume as much as you like. Enjoy it all. Feast. Be a heathen. Yes, certainly. But in the general scope of things, we live in a non-materialistic society of people, wasteful people. They just waste shit. It's like the idea of how many 7-Elevens or corner convenience stores or whatever or grocery stores. How much food just goes into the garbage can at the end of the night? Do you know how much? Like shit that isn't even bad. It's just like there's a rule, like you can only have this for this many days, and here's even expiration date is this, even though it's not expired. You know how much food just goes into garbage cans? And if you were to go into that garbage can and take some, that's a crime. No, that's insanity. You can't, like the idea that there are places that it is illegal to collect rainwater off of your roof and put it into a 30-gallon. You can't. It's illegal to do that. What? So the rain is illegal. That's what they're saying. They're saying it rains. Are you allowed to go outside without an umbrella? What if I stood there with a cup and it rained into the cup? Is that my domicile, my property? If I put my roof there with the water sitting and I collect that rain, that's illegal? Who said that? I want to know who wrote that down. And they'll never have another drop of water in their life. That's insane. What kind of bureaucratic bullshit is that? Well, if you got water on the roof, it's technically, well, we made that water because we got planes in the sky putting barium and also chemicals in the sky, so it rains. Well, where did the rain come from? Well, it was it was in the river or the lake or the pond, or it went up there. How does that work? The water cycle? They're making it illegal to be you. You see, water is part of you, and carbon. They want to reduce your carbon. They want to reduce your carbon footprint to zero. Except, remember this? You're a carbon-based being. They don't want you to exist. They want to eliminate you. That's a real fact. Good thing I'm made of crystals and silicon, and they won't get rid of me. I'm wildly important to this reality. Maybe you should just change over your operating systems, your hardware of your being. Crystalline. You have to make a crystalline structure of your bones. No longer carbon. That's what they're asking you to do, and they're demanding it. In fact. Hey Erica. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is how we do. What's up, Christos? A gallon of high quality oil and a 12-month supply of multivitamins may give you security. Can I address that for you? Vitamins, no. Those are all inorganic capsules. Those are not going to help you. Those capsules with the pills, unless they're living, bioavailable, et cetera, which are super expensive, those are good. But you're better off practicing Shivam Bukalpa, putting your feet on the ground, getting sunshine, swimming, getting in the pools, the ponds, whatever the hell you got. Multivitamins ain't where it's at. No, absolutely not. You're better off with beer. Happy birthday. How the hell do you think I'm looking this fucking fine at 43 of these apparent years that people want to label you as? Because I don't eat. I just drink like a Somalian sommelier. Not my lyrics. That's wax. Amazon's been putting the returns in landfills. I know they don't really care. Like the kind of free shit you can get, really. If you could just adjust, burp got in the building, or out next to this tree, whatever. They don't give a shit. If you're flexible with your moral compass, with your ethics and morals, I have none. I don't apply ethics and morals to anything I do. It's always situational, and I usually make a pretty loving, solid choice. But if you relax your morals and ethics, you get free shit all the time. I mean, the delivery services, Amazon, whatever, you could just, oh no, I didn't get that package. Oh no, this. I remember like DoorDash or one of these things. They fucked up my order, but it wasn't royally fucked. It was just like they forgot my sauce packets for something. It's kind of like forgetting your ranch dressing. And they gave me like $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't worth $10, but it was an inconvenience. I really wanted that for my food, but like Amazon will just. I've been shipped like things twice. I'm like, oh, free stuff, so I just gave it away. The car. How regularly do I fast? In the strictest of sense, if you mean how often do I fast on water? Not recently have I. In fact, I don't even drink that. Oddly, craziest thing. As much as I out here on my pulpit, spewing this, fast and drink water. I don't drink a lot of water. In fact, I think I've only had maybe 2 glasses of water in the past month. I'm not kidding you. This is where I get my water. Right up here, out of this can. Or fruit juice, or that's where I get my moisture from. It's best to get it from fruits. So fasting in the strictest of sense on water, I used to do a lot. And then now my fasting, if you're just saying liquid, I stay as liquiditarian as possible. I love eating. I love the act of consumption. I like the tactile and so yeah. I don't even, but these days I don't really eat food. I just eat pussy. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I feel it's too dense and heavy for me. And I'm not losing weight. I don't eat food that often. And I could put weight on if I wanted to. Still pretty sturdy, hearty, healthy boy over here. In the strictest sense of fasting, if liquid style, Most days. Most days. I don't eat that much. But if we're gonna eat, we're gonna eat. Like, give me a bib. and yeah. Are you laughing because it's an IPA and I always talk shit about people that drink IPAs? Is that why you're laughing at me? Because IPAs are like the hops that they put in here are basically a precursor for estrogen, and it makes you more like feminine. They'll give you like man titties, and but I maybe I had too much testosterone rich environment, and I needed this to balance myself out. Well, according to Black's Law Dictionary, all of you are beasts. I know you're saying it in the bestest of ways, but according to that, right? When you look at what a human is, what a person is. Well, a person is a persona, but a human, like if you research that word back, it basically means you're a beast. What's up, Jonaman? Sunflower butter and guava jam. Oh shit, that sounds awesome. By the way, guava jam. I don't like guavas, but I've had guava on things and I really enjoy it. I'm much more of a out of the orange fruits, honeydew. Do some melons. Oh, that's green, I guess. Cantaloupe is fine with me. I would do a mango. Mango is my joint right there. Trespassing on rights. Our right is a property being ignored. It's a right to trade. Yeah. I hear you, Jonah. Well, that's called the inverse ratio. Because here's the trick. Here's the trick of Black's Law. I'm gonna. Here you go. You have to use one dictionary to use the other dictionary to balance out what the hell the one dictionary is saying. But just by the blatant fact that the word black literally translates to what you perceive as the color white. It means bleach. It means to black out something. So it's bleached. The root of it is black is white. And the word white is like an old term for demon or dark black demon. Like the way you see the color black. It means white is black and black is white. That's how inverted and twisted the reality is. That the color we call black. It is a color, by the way. They say there's only 7 colors. Black and white aren't colors. Yes, they fucking are. I'll prove it. There's black, there's white. There's yellow. There's some colors. Okay? What isn't a color? Sunshine isn't a color. The sun itself looks to be an object that has, it used to be yellow, now it's white. But here between me and you and right around us, that's clear. Clear is the absence of color. Clarity. That's the space holder. Space. The reality, the clarity is what holds all colors. Not just Roy G. Biv, but black and white too. This is why it went from 7 to 9. 7 colors plus the 2. That's the 7 planets that were the alchemical planets. And now we can say there's 9 planets. Which are connected to, it's a whole long story. Oh, you're watching a Roddy with a Great Pyrenees? Huh. I'm trying to figure out what that would look like. I like Rotweilers. I haven't known a lot, but I do like them. They're they definitely have a personality. They have a way about themselves. They're not Rottweilers are not aloof. They stand in their space. You know what I'm saying? They're more like how people perceive pit bulls to be, like Rotweilers and Doberman Pinschers. Those two are way more aggressive than pit bulls. Pit bulls are way more aloof, but they're trained because they're strong as fuck to be what people perceive as a fucking pit bull, dude. Isn't it funny that the hip hop rapper guy, he's not a hip hop artist, he's a rapper. His name is Pitbull, but he is literally the farthest thing from a pit bull in every way. I mean, recently he came out and said some really intelligent shit. I never knew. I just knew his shitty music. But yeah, so it's so interesting. A fucking pit bull. Like, you're not a pit bull. You're a Chihuahua, boy. Ninja. All the colors combined is not white. Nope. No, it's not. It's a dirty brown. Do it. Go get your markers, get your paint set out. You're not getting white once you put yellow. See, once you're going away from white, as you start putting all the colors together, it becomes brown. It's like a brown poopy paste. It's like what comes out of your asshole, right? It's a dark brown. You put all the colors in your mouth, what comes out? It doesn't come out white. You're not alchemizing and making white bird shit. All colors combined are not white. See, that's the lies that we're given. Hardly. Everybody, go test it out. I'm giving you a factual, definitive way of proving to yourself, in front of your face, that take all of the paints, the foods, and put them in a blender. What color are you gonna get? It's never gonna turn white. Ooh, Jonamon. So I hear what question you're asking me. So you're talking about the distinction of capitis diminutus. Is that how you say it? Capitis diminutus. And legalese in all caps, and name being a corpus or a corporation. So the entity is a corpse, a dead body. You would say it's not. That's just over there that I'm using that. Yeah, how would you have proper right of assignment? You could sign for it. You're signing for a dead body. I've heard a lot of people explore this path, but they've explained it to me in different ways, and it just seems like too much paperwork for me. It's like, it seems like there's a bunch of trappings and pitfalls within claiming any type of dead body. If his body's dead, I'm gonna leave it where it is. It's not mine. That's done. So in the corporate environment, corporations, I mean, those buildings are not dead though, because the humans that are inside of it are keeping it alive. It's made. A building is made based upon the structure, of the human body. And if you were really smart, what you would do is you'd build a building 33 floors high, and you would build it off of the function of how you function. This is where you'd put people in. This is why the smartest people supposedly should go up the top, should be up here. And then you have different functions of, like, marketing capacity should be right around 20th floor. You see, you just take the human body and put it next to a building. That's how you should structure the building, because it's a dead, empty vessel. It's a corpse until you put the lifeblood of the humans. But they already told you the humans were dead too. I mean, if you can figure out how to do that properly, I mean, I would say look up what is his name? So I seen him when he was in New Orleans. What the hell is his name? Brother Truth on Instagram. Go look him up. I met him when he came through New Orleans and listened to him talk. And it makes complete sense. But it's such a fucking, the whole thing is such a hassle and so much paperwork. It's like, I'm not here to do paperwork. You fucking do it. You do that. If somebody wants to, I'm pretty sure it's like, I'll give you another example. It's the reason, you heard about this a lot maybe in the 90s. and then it just disappeared. It's called shell corporations. Basically, tomorrow, you open up like I said, open up a not-for-profit or a non-profit. I would do a not-for-profit, which means you can still make extra money on it if you go above. You make more. You can make more. So a non-profit, everything goes away. You say I make 100K, and that's what it is. Not-for-profit means I'm making 100K, but if it works out, then I make a bunch more. So what you do is you open up a bunch of them. So go ahead and just open them up, and just there they are. And then you start building credit in each one. This is what they do. They're like, remember when supposedly Donald Trump back in the late 90s he went bankrupt? No, he didn't. One of his businesses did. He had 20, 50 other businesses. So if you keep those corpses open, you can do business under limited. You can do a LLC, limited liability. What, 504C, 501, 513C? What the fuck is it? 50. Yeah, it's a 501, 503C. And limited liabilities. I wouldn't do a limited liability like that, because it means there's still a liability. It's just limited. No, you have to separate it completely, which is why I'd go with I'd go a different direction with that. Make sense? Who would I put in the middle of the building? Well, I mean, structurally, what would be in the middle? What's in the middle of your body? Something heart, like something just beneath marketing. I don't know, what would that be? I guess that's where you store all the gold. In the heart of the building. You don't put the safe in the basement. You put it right in the middle. I would put a ibis. I put a golden scarab. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background. My dude's playing some brass over there, and I would talk from over there, but it's a little peoply, and if you don't know, I'm just a tiny bit hungover from my birthday celebrations. Anybody here that's new or old or whatever, you got a few choices here. One is if you need help with something, you can holler at me at theoluminous@gmail. Means God light. And you can also donate, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo, because I just did splurge a bunch of, not splurged a bunch of currency on some people yesterday. I didn't buy myself that much. Just, it was maybe a little extra on maybe a few more shots and beers. But yeah. So if you want to refill my coffer, that'd be great. TSAR capital XEN PayPal.me/capital TSAR capital XEN. That's very important. I didn't know it was going to be important until somebody was like, I don't know why it's not sending. I was like, you have to capitalize that. And Cash App is $TSAR capital XEN. I don't know if it matters on that one. And then Venmo is my name, Zen Atman-1, I believe. So yeah, throw your boy some currency. Buy me a fucking beer. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a hard goddamn. I know it looks easy. It looks easy doing this. You're like, you're just sitting around talking. Yeah, but it took quite a number of years to know the shit that I know that's going on up here. You're paying for my college educations. Surname in all caps. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sir is SIR also, which is snake, but it's like Sir is a Sir Michael Llewellyn or whatever the fuck his name is. Why did they put Sir there? It means properly coordinated with. And the best way. Your pineal glands popped open and you have the vertebrae 33. That's Sir. So you have the Kundalini. and that's in the proper terms. The way they use it is maybe something different. He was knighted. They say knighted, right? Sword over each shoulder. Sir, Kundalini, here. The father, you know. Fucking gorgeous. See, this is $3 and equivalent to 2.5 beers. Because it's 9%. Like, what's a beer? Like normally like 4. I don't want y'all. What do y'all drink? What are you thirsty for in life? What do you desire? What is speaking of what do I desire? I had to check the clock. I thought I might have some work to do today. And I winked at you if you catch my drift. Let me get this shit out of here so I can charge my phone while we're talking. Yeah, what inspires you? What do you drink? What's your motivation? Why the fuck do you get out of bed ever? Why not just be like, I'm done with this? There's some struggles and some hardships. We all know this, but as a general rule, like what gets you out of bed? Oh no! Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Were you here the other day when I was talking about getting a distiller, like not for water, but like a 10-gallon distiller, so I can put a mash in there and make some distillates, some spirits, some alcohol, and we can make some. Tell me what alcohol you want. I'll make it. Tell me what's in it. And yeah, feel free. Hey, and everybody here, invest into me, investing into you. You see how that works? If you guys get the money together to buy me the fucking distiller, I think it's like probably 200, and then I can make the liquor, and I'll just send you some. And instead of you guys going to the store and buying the dog shit that you're getting, I'll send you some moonshine. God, sunshine. Oh, there's that little. You know the days was really hot and the wind just comes by. Yeah, and so you guys feel free to type something in there. I know you want to tell me what gets you out of bed. What motivates you? Like most people are like, what the fuck do you do with your life? Like you're looking at it, and yeah, some days it's yeah. If I had a regular fucking job, I wouldn't be happy, and I probably wouldn't get up. I would probably quit life if I had a job. I would. I'd be out of here. This is inspiration to me, is helping and teaching people. That's my inspiration. Making people feel good, you know? Yes, I can talk a lot of shit. And I can definitely do all that, but my preference is one word comes to mind. Yeah, I know. Oh, you want me to say the word? That stuff we used to eat all the time back in the day. Exploration. Yeah. It's what's that song by? Is it John Mayer? Like your body is a wonderland. Exploration. Like what is better, honestly? If you're a woman and you've never explored your own body, I don't know what's going on with you. And if you haven't explored another woman's body, highly suggest it, because it's pretty much the best thing ever. Ah. Oh, I didn't know the exact one, but yeah. Yeah. See, my philosophy on the whole thing is you can't send me anything because I don't play with legalese. I don't have a surname. My motherfucking name is I am. You speak to me any other way. You can say Zen, you can say I am, but nothing else. Even it does not represent. Nothing will be representative of me other than my present nature of self as I am. I know, yeah, Jonah, that's it, yeah. You're sending it to the wrong one. I mean, that is the game, though. That is the game. When did they see? But here's the thing: is once we determined that in what 1666, I'm guessing. When did they declare everyone legally dead? Well, the dilemma with that is I wasn't born in 1660, well, whenever the hell it was, and the certificate of that was for a product, which I'm not. So, and I would have, and to do business with someone, you have to be of consenting. You have to be consenting of business. And when you're under 5 years old, you can't do business with someone that's under 5 years old. I mean, how would you? They don't even understand English. That's malpractice. You can't legally bind in a contract. So you're to make it real simple, your birth certificate is worthless unless you claim it. And if you claim it, then you have everything that goes with that. But that birth certificate is somebody else wrote it. Who was there for it? Who can verify it? Find me the person the doctor, the doc. He's gonna have to verify. And I'm like, do I look like the shipment that came through the canal, the birthing channel, the canal? Canal is also man-made. Remember this. And like that's a piece of paper. That's not me, huh? You even according to their own legalese and business terms, it's unlawful and illegal. You can't name me. You can't define me. Yeah, that's why they put your foot on there. Yeah. Put your foot on there and they tell you how long you are. They don't tell you how tall you are. They tell you how long you are. That's ship terms. That's why it's birth. A birth. Oh. I think I'm going to have to move, or you guys going to have to wait, because we got the lawnmower guys around here. And you're not going to be able to hear in a second. You guys want to walk over there with me? You going to do some other shit? Let's go do that. Yeah? You can hear me now? I'm going to walk across the street. And we'll continue this conversation with some orange juice and vodka. What do you think? Uh-oh. Oh, and speaking of, you know what's funny? You want to hear some funny shit? You know how John Levi, I mean, I know if you know me, you know his channel, because I've been telling you to follow his shit, because it's fucking spectacular. He just did a video on canals, and I don't think I said this out loud to anyone, but I've been meditating. This is how the world kind of functions. If you want to know about like interconnected neural networks over a distance, it's kind of what the computers do, but we're doing it organically. I've been thinking for a couple weeks about canals, and I've said it to some people. You know, they're man-made, but how the hell are you going to build a canal? It feels like I'm just repeating what he said, but it's something I was thinking 2 weeks ago. So I was wondering if he was like, tapping into what I was thinking, and then made a video on it. How the hell are you going to build a canal, a donkey, and a fucking a shovel? Perfectly straight, perfectly level, and you're gonna make between the canals where there's different like lower and high. Like you have to put a what the hell is that thing called there? Where they put the water in it and like get your ship in there. Do you know engineering that takes? I can't even think about how you'd even do that. Like fucking difficulties. Yeah, they're doing that with a bunch of fucking mules and a shovel. no. How do you think they had tape measures back then? Hey, laser beams? Some fucking laser beams, dog? That's the smell of licorice. Huh. Oh, I can smell in case you didn't know. You know, some people like lose their sense of smell. I don't know why did that happen. Let's go listen to some music. Talk some more shit about whatever you guys want to talk about. Fucking murpy. Okay. Off to the races. We're almost there. Huh. Bench or table? What do you think? Show this table? Oh, I don't think he's playing right now. Okay. Let's go rock this table out real quick. I don't think I've ever sat at this table before. It's a cool tree behind me though. You want to see the tree? Show you. Look at this shit. Look at this. Like fell over. Started going all sideways and shit. Pretty fucking awesome, huh? Yeah, cool. Okay. This is not gonna work. I gotta go to the other bench because there's sunlight here and I cannot see. Too bright. Was that bright light? The gremlins? Remember that little guy? Bright light. But if he got hit with light and water, he'd turn into a gremlin. Is that what happened? Interesting. I wonder what that story is about, huh? If he gets hit with water and light, he turns into a crazy thing. Oh, thank you for the flowers. Okay. Ah. Cool. Awesome, fantastic. Welcome back. Okay. Hey there. What's up, cutie pies? Jonah, man, if you down, hey, come down here. I'll help you do it. Look at you could, like, I don't even need a lot of money. I'll just help you do it. You give me something to do. And obviously, I know a little bit about herbs. What do I think about cannabis infused alcohol? I never had any, but I like to get drunk before I smoke weed, though. I think that would be. I guess I'd have to try one. Never had that. Got some CBD drinks, but what is that? Yeah, there's a couple spots down here that are there's like CBD shops, and now that it's about to be legal here, that's about to blow up. And there's some kava and kratom shops down here. But they're not specifically like, it's just for that. It's not like a music venue. If you started as a music venue, that would yeah, that works. Yeah, and there's a lot of bars here that do they're basically making their own liquor. I mean, there's distilleries and stuff down here, but if you're I don't know what license that would require. I think you just probably just need a just the alcohol permit. You can make your own, I'm sure. I just don't know what degree. Like if you have a distillery, it's a different license than just a bar. But if you're not specifically distilling it and just ad hocing it, you know, you got the vodka and you throw the limes and the hot peppers and shit in it. You say you've been craving a beer, but you didn't want to go to the store. Yep, I woke up this morning and I knew I needed a beer because I was like, oh man, I'm fucking hungover from partying. I was like, I need a beer, but I'm not getting out of bed. And despite all of it, I was like, I don't feel like dealing with people. You know the times that like you don't want to eat. It's like the world is too people-y. As soon as I walk out the door, like, dude I know is on the corner, like, what up, Zen? Da, da, da. I was like, oh man. I was like, I can't even fuck with you today. I just need a beer. You know when the gerbil is not working in your head, it's like, fucking, I got nothing right now. I was like, see me in 2 hours, so we could. Zoning needs to be medicinal or rec. Takes longer. Yeah, a water soluble. Yeah, I mean, I've made enough butter, you know, but water soluble. What does it take to make it water? Wouldn't it be like alcohol reduction? I mean, I obviously put it into, but I thought it was fat. Fat soluble is a lot of cannabis is fat soluble. I don't know how well it works in 50 proof. Oh, so you know the law a little bit. Okay, 50 proof. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Then you just give people a double shot. Then you got 100 proof. We're good to go. Yeah, like I wanna make a because down here the green fairy. You know the green fairy. It's wormwood extract. Here's a little interesting thing. Like in New Orleans, we have a what the hell is the name? What the hell is the name of the liquor again? I'm tripping on it. It turns a cloudy, frothy, greenish white when you add ice to it. Absinthe. So you can have absinthe, but a couple years ago, maybe like 15 years ago, they made absinthe illegal in the United States if it had wormwood. So wormwood produces this chemical called thujone, and that basically makes you kind of slightly hallucinate. That's like all the great writers, they would drink that and like hallucinate. So you could still get, so there's absinthe bars here, but people would come down here just to go to the old absinthe bar on Bourbon Street. It's an awesome place, by the way. But for years they didn't allow you to sell it with thujone unless you imported it from, like, unless you got it from France or something. It was like weird laws that it would just cost you extra to get it imported. And I went to a I went to an herb shop to get, like, whatever the fuck, I don't know, rose hips and whatever. And I was like, hey, let me get some wormwood. And they're like, we're not legally allowed to sell that. I was like, what? They're like, no, I can't sell that to you. And then was like, but I can give you some. Like, they're like, I have that, I just can't sell it to you. I was like, no shit. The law is. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure. Hey, happy birthday to me.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I think it's 43 of them.
Oh, yeah.
We got there.
What are we on? Gemini.
Correct, sir.
My wife.
Ah, we're the best. Gemini elixir, boy. Tell her I said happy birthday. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, the extraction process, depending on the plant matter, I've explained and explored this before with people. Um, it's the density and the alkaloids, and what's gonna pull that without damaging the flower or the grass or the whatever you're using, like a root. Here, I'll explain it real simply for people. If you take a root out of the earth, it's dense and dry, but there's lots of medicine in it. But you have to put it into something hot, which means you have to either boil it or put a really high alcohol, like 180 proof, Everclear. But if I go and find that same tree and that tree has a flower on top of it, I cannot put that into alcohol and I cannot cook it at a high temperature. I need to extract it very delicately through either cold brewing it or using a wine. So if you have a wine, you could put a flower in it to extract the remedy, the medicinal. Hi, duckos. Hi, ducks. You want to see the ducks? What up, quacks? Hi, wops. What are you guys doing over here? Yeah, you guys are on camera right now. Okay. So if we look at things from beneath the ground, above the ground, and in the sky, think of it in the same way, temperature-wise. Hot temperature, medium, lowest temperature. It inverts. So fruits, you don't cook fruits because they're already cooked by the sun, but you cook roots. You have to boil them. So that's how you know. Like if it's a grass on the ground, 200 degrees. If it's a fruit in the tree, 150. That's a root below the ground. Boil the shit out of it. 212 plus. Equally, you could use alcohol, which is hotter. It gets hot when you turn it up to 180 proof. But then we go in the other direction. We get something colder. Like wine or beer. Beer would be coldest. You could but it would take too long in beer. Make sense? Anybody here listening? Is anyone listening? Oh, little gooses over there too. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, do you see how that works though? Temperatures are related to alkaline and acid are temperature related in a sense, in the same way the density of a tree, it's the roots and the fruits. Remember that. So your head is the fruit, your legs are the roots. Out here, same thing with the tree. The fruit is no different than the roots, except for how much it's developed and become a flower, and it's more delicate. So you have to use care while using. If you ever got into, I got into tea, but not to teases. I fucking hate teases. Well, I mean, it's kind of fun, but I got into different kinds of artisanal teas, right? And depending on how much it's fermented, it's like a coffee bean. For instance, a darker coffee bean has less caffeine than a lighter one because it wasn't roasted. It didn't kill all the alkaloids. And when you ferment tea leaves, the green tea, you can't use boiling water on it because you'll kill it. And if you have the really nice flowering buds of the tea, more expensive, you have to use cooler water. The extraction is cold water. Now if I get the fermented stuff, it's really dark and rich, and that it's cheaper stuff. It was just over fermented, and you could put all the heat on it you want because it's already been cooked. fermentation is a cooking process. So people, here's a little trick. If I find these people that call themselves raw foodists, see if they'll eat sauerkraut. See if they'll eat any fermented food. If they will, they're not a raw foodist, because on a microbial and micro level, you're cooking the cabbage, you're cooking the food. Chemically, you're cooking it. It's like having ceviche. The lime, the acid of the lime. Oh my gosh! Look at this red bird right here. Look at this guy. Look at him. You see him right there? Anyways, where we at here? What was I getting to before I was distracted by this beautiful red bird? Is that a cardinal? It's a fucking cardinal, huh? Hope you guys can see that. That's a fucking cardinal. No shit. I got a blue jay right there and a cardinal right there. Special days, huh? And obviously the pigeons. Sorry, I lost my train of choo-choo there. My choo-choo thoughts. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away. I've never ever seen an actual cardinal. That's fucking. They are intense. It's intensely red. That's intensely red. Look. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. He looks black on the screen to me, but it's red. He's red as anything. Oh, fermentation is cooking. Yes. Yeah. So on a micro level, acids and alkalines are, and it's even it's explained in the language. You can get an acid burn because it's hot. And if you were to take a temperature of something that was fermenting, it's heating up. Now, is it like a fire? No, it's like a miniature fire inside of the thing, which causes oxidation. If you make pizza dough, if you make bread, the oxidation is happening, blowing up that. Oh, wicked, man! Good luck. Fuck yeah! First time. I've seen a lot of blue jays. I've seen a lot of bluebirds. I think I've only seen hummingbirds in where the fuck have I seen hummingbirds? Near a few lakes. Maybe near the Thousand Islands. I've seen some hummingbirds up there. Hummingbirds are cool. I mean, hummingbirds are the bird equivalent of a chihuahua. Yeah. That's first for me, man. Never seen one before. I didn't know they existed over here. And speaking of cooking, right now, I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm in the shade and I'm still fucking melty, sweaty. I'm like a fucking melty gordita. Yeah, it was a really pretty bird. It's like a don't hey Neo, were you paying attention to the woman in the red dress? That was, if that felt that way. Like anything there could have been an explosion happened over there, and I've been staring at that bird. Yeah. Oh, also, everybody's here in the background. You're allowed to give a thumbs up, a like. You can subscribe. You can hit the bell button thingy. You can tell your grandpappy and your nanny and you can tell people to come listen to me. I know sometimes it's a little atrocious, and I say some very absurd things, but yeah, feel free. Let them know I exist. And also, you can donate. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I think I need to make my own thing called Zenmo. Have you heard of the Trap Kitchen? Is that shitty hip hop music? I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the name, but it should be pretty obvious. Like I already have it mapped out, like the name of the business I would start and what would be in there. Well, if you want to link up, yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It's called the Alchemist Kitchen, and it's basically like it's like an apothecary, but also a bar, speakeasy slash, like, you know, massage studio, music, etc. Holy shit, is that dude like 7'8"? Or is his girlfriend just not short? I don't, you couldn't see, but Trap Kitchen? Is that what do they cook up in there? That ain't like a meth house. Trap Kitchen sounds like they cook a lot of what would you cook there? You do a lot of PCP there, I guess. Who is this? Sorry, is that Erica? Do I know how to write software? In what regard? Like on the computer? No, I'm not computer literate. I'm not an idiot, but no. I mean, do I understand writing C++ and building a website and all that shit? Yeah, sure. But no, I don't. I could, but I wouldn't. I'm not. I can't. I'm not that peckish. I can't be on a computer all the time. Oh, it's a kitchen for rent for $25 an hour. A trap kitchen? This is what you're saying? It's $25 an hour to rent a kitchen? Are you saying like it's like is it like a studio space for kitchens? Like you could go there and be like, all right, I'm gonna. Usually in New Orleans they're called pop-ups. So like pop-ups would be like, okay, this bar is gonna host me and I can go cook there, or to be like a pop-up kitchen somewhere. But you're saying there's literal kitchens that you can like rent like studio space. That's fucking. If it's not, I'm 100% down with that. You could give people like sort of menus. You want to cook for your friends and have like a whole fucking party. Rent out a space, kind of like a studio. I mean, if you put a studio next to the kitchen, somebody making music, somebody cooking food, that could be kind of awesome. Oh, you're curious of my background? Well, I have a tree here, and my background. I went to college. Okay, I went to college during high school. How did you do that? Well, they offered a program where you could take. So 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I went to institution of higher learning at Institute of Technology. I did it specifically because I wanted to play basketball. It was a D3 college, and I wanted to play basketball. I had a huge gym, and I went and took night courses in marketing and business law and blah blah blah. I graduated. I could have graduated early. I could have graduated in 11th grade. I had enough credits. I just wanted to go back. I just wanted to go back to school for like two classes in 12th grade, so I could just fuck around. And I also played soccer, so I couldn't just not go to school. And then I went to two other colleges to play soccer. My background was more mathematics. I did not grow up on art or music, and then one day I figured out I could draw and make really good music. And Math left the building. How up, Crow? The Crow and this Blue Jay are like, I don't know what they're battling over. I think it's a snack. And the Blue Jay tried to get the snack, and the Crow is like, you cannot have this. Crow life, yo. In case you didn't know, Crow life, dog. Oh, gentlemen, that's wicked. That sounds awesome. I don't know that you could get away with $25 an hour, though. I mean, would that end up paying for the space, though? I mean, to have enough space to have a kitchen that you could just let people use, you're probably going to be, you're going to be in it 25 to $3,000 a month just in space alone. Then gas, water, blah, blah, blah. Like you're about $4,000 before you're even in the black, I guess. So you'd have to rent it out how often? $25 an hour. I mean, but what if you had, but what if part of it was that you had the assistant there? Like, okay, I'm a fucking professional chef. I know this. I'll sit here and walk you through the kitchen. I'll show you how to use the knife. I'll show you, what's going on. Or, freebie, and it's kind of like, if you go into someone's studio, and you don't know how the bells and whistles and knobs and shit work, I'm like, all right, this one does this. And if you know, then, I don't know, $25. Art and music are math. They already did. I mean, good luck. I hope it. I thought you were kidding about that, but I'll check it out. That sounds awesome. Shit, they should pay me to go there. Pay me to go cook for people. The only reason I've never chefed is because I would never. I'm not giving you a menu. I can't do that. I can't cook the same fucking meal, 20 times in a row. Then I just feel like I'm on an assembly line. I would go insane. Eureka. There's a band called Boards of Canada. Look it up right now. Just let me know you did it. Look up Boards of Canada and music. I'm pretty sure it's called Music is Math. The video is super crazy. The whole vibe is like if the world ended in 1970s and everything went grayscale and was like it's melodious but also kind of Music is Math, Boards of Canada. Okay, now I gotta scroll. Hey, Jonaman, scroll back there. What was the name of it you said? What's the name of this place? Yeah. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Down with that. I mean, people do that on the like. People are doing that here anyways. Like, you just walk around. You could walk around with snacks and feed people, and people buy from you. It's pretty much everything's kind of a pop up. But I mean, to legally put on the books and do it, that's pretty legitimate. Like, do the thing that everybody else does, where they're kind of like, hey, word of mouth, and just turn it into a taxable business. Yeah, it's food. It's a food truck without the food truck business was really big here for a minute. I've not seen a lot of good food trucks around recently. There was a parking lot. I don't know if you've ever been to these cities. What they'll do is they'll have a food truck parking lot. So when they're not actually working on the street, there'll be like 20 trucks, right? But like they'll switch shifts, and there'll be 10 of them sitting in the parking lot. And then what they did is it's all outdoor, and they'll set it up that there's a outdoor bar. So the bar is the staple, and then all the trucks come and go, and you could eat any of the food trucks there. It's like a food truck fucking haven. Let's talk about it. I think so. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I'm a little tired of being you know, paycheck to paycheck, even though I don't get paychecks. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little tired of being broke. I'd rather just throw money at people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind, you know, scraping by and you know, going, hey, do I have $1.50 for a beer? I don't mind doing it. It's not ruining anything, but it'd be nice to have like just like, all right, fuck it. Let's make all this paper and just start fucking throwing it at people that deserve it. Yeah, Erica, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting, goofy song. If you like that, check out the rest of their music. If not, if it's a little too downtrodden and I don't know how to explain what it is. Jonaman, do you know the band Boards of Canada? Ah, yes. Uno momento. We'll call this a little fucking station break here. The station break, station identification. Oh, are you listening to it right now? Are you watching the video too? Most of their music from at least from that album has the very same kind of trippy, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like Cleveland in Cleveland in November. If you were in the 70s and you didn't have enough to live by, I don't know how it's like a. It's definitely it's a certain vibe. Should I divine something out of a newspaper? I've not looked at a newspaper in I don't know how many years, but there's one sitting next to me. It's kind of asking me to read it. Should I? Should I do it? I'll do it. Gold at the end of the rainbow. That's all I need to be said. Just sit there. Oh, also, welcome to Pride. I guess you can be prideful for a month and then not again. Never be prideful of yourself. Just in the month of June. The rest of the time, you have to fucking, you know, stare at the street. Don't keep your head up and just fuck off. That's what you gotta do. Yeah, you can only understand Black history for a month. You can only have one day of independence. You can only celebrate Christ rising once a year. You can only dress like someone else on Halloween. You can only love someone on Valentine's Day. You can only respect your mother and father on Mother and Father's Day. What a fucking delinquent, retarded, absurdist. Sometimes I feel like Dali. He got it right. His drawings were so absurd that it represents how stupid people are these days. It's like an absurdist society of, it's like a semblance of stupidities. Well, what time is it here? All right, check it out. I'll call this an episode of Insanity, a show, and I'm gonna go and sit somewhere else. I think I'm gonna go feed the ducks, and when I get over there, you guys can join me. Maybe I'll start this show up again and do some weird ass shit. Remember, there's a few things you need to know. One is my email. It's in the description box. It's the Illuminous Gmail. The more important ones, for me at least, are CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. You can forward me some of your hard-earned money, as a Christmas gift, as a birthday gift, as just a thank you. And also remember, this is your experience, so you should enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as possible, to the point that what up, ducks? To the point that you can share with others. And if you can share with others, hopefully that person is me. And if not, make sure somebody else feels good for the day. And be weird, be outstanding, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Toodles.